What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we have word of new $1,000 monthly checks that are going to be going out for 2 years. Also, new states, cities, counties that are proposing new checks and ones that have been approved and are hitting mailboxes. I've got an assortment of updates for you on stimulus checks. Let's go ahead and dive right in. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, as you know, I'm keeping you up to date on everything going on in Congress on a federal level, where things stand. If you missed my last videos, be sure to check them out as I let you know what's going on with Senator Joe Manchin and members of the Senate to get done with the modified Build Back Better stimulus reconciliation bill, and also those two fourth federal level stimulus checks, those bills that have been proposed that are on Congress's desk waiting to see if it gets any traction. One for 1,000, one for 600. But in the meantime, we have heard that states, counties, cities, they are passing their own packages, their own checks. These are coming out every other day now, it seems, and we've got new ones to get you caught up on, and we're going to dive right in. Now, before we do though, before I hit these headlines, if you could do me a quick favor, if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything going on, don't forget, smash the like button for me, helps out a ton, I appreciate it. Also, leave your comments, share this out if this is applicable to anybody that you know. Hopefully this benefits them. In many cases, you need to know about this to apply to receive the money, or you will miss out. And if you want to stay up to date, totally free, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, come join the Ram fam. I'll keep you up to speed on everything going on. Any specific questions, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. I'll pin a comment down below if you're interested. And we're going to be assembling a comprehensive list of all the checks around the nation that are available. There's literally going to be hundreds. It's going to be quite the undertaking, but want to make sure that my viewing community, the Ram fam, is in the know. So we're going to be working away on that to help you guys out. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so first one up, link in the description below. I cite all my sources for you for $300 rebate checks hitting Delaware mailboxes. So Delawareans who filed their taxes in 2020 can expect to receive a $300 rebate payment from the state in the coming days. That is right, approved on the way, and many have already received their checks, but those who haven't should be seeing them in their mailboxes by May 31st. So before this month is out, you should have those checks. Checks are being mailed to most recent addresses that are on file with the Division of Revenue according to the state's website. If your address has changed and you haven't submitted a new address with the Division of Revenue or purchased a mail forwarding from the United States Postal Service, you may have to send an inquiry to this email hyperlink, link in the description below. Many senior citizens, Social Security recipients, and college students did not earn enough money to file taxes in 2020, but you still qualify for the rebate payments. They likely won't receive it until the summer or early fall. So those on SSI, SSDI, college students, you are also eligible to get this. Now, the payment is a result of the bipartisan agreement to help Delawareans in light of the rising gas prices and inflation. The rebate will not be subject to state income tax. So just like all the other stimulus checks and these tax rebates, you're not getting taxed on this. This is money you receive to use, though it could affect filers who itemize deductions on their 2020 federal income tax. Now, married couples who file taxes jointly will receive $600. Each spouse will receive individual $300 checks. Residents who have a copy of their 2020 tax filings can check the status of their rebate here, hyperlink, link in the description below. If you still don't receive your check within 3 weeks after your status check tool says that it was issued, contact the state by email. Here is the email for you, and there's also a phone number. Congratulations to those of you receiving these benefits in the state of Delaware. Now, next up we have Indiana. A stimulus package is going to be coming your way, and it's sounding very likely like checks are going to be included from what we're hearing from the governor. Take a look at this article, link in the description below. Governor Holcomb not willing to suspend the gas tax, but considers inflationary relief. Now, it says Indiana's governor said yesterday, that he was preparing a plan to potentially tap into growing state budget surplus to help residents with the national inflation jump, while rejecting calls for suspending the state gas tax. Democrats have been calling since March for a temporary gas tax suspension, only to be rebuffed by Republican Governor Eric Holcomb and the GOP-dominated legislature. legislator. Now, Holcomb said that it would be misguided to cut out the 56% gallon state tax on gasoline and agreed with the Republican legislative leaders that doing so would be an inefficient way of getting financial help to the people across the state, saying that cutting the state gas tax is not going to get the job done. Now, Holcomb said he expected to release a plan in early June, so coming up here very soon for what he calls inflationary relief, but he has provided no details so far. I want to make sure, this is what he said, that relief gets exactly to Hoosiers who are feeling the sting of this national inflation. Republican Senate President pro tem Broderick Bray said even if the state gas tax was suspended, there is no guarantee that the pump prices would be cut by the full amounts. Just like we heard on a federal level, doing a gas tax holiday, it might not get the job done. Now, additionally, you've got people coming in from out of state who use our roads and help pay for them and who would benefit from that, as well as large companies, Bray said on Tuesday. So trying to get money back to Hoosiers' hands that's not a great way to do it. So we're hearing this is sounding very much so like they're implying there could be some stimulus checks on the way in Indiana. And you guys, as this develops, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. Now, as I mentioned, we've got $1,000 stimulus checks coming, and here's the first one. Take a look at this. Monthly stimulus checks from Alameda, some residents to get $1,000 per month. Link in the description below. Several states and cities are experimenting with guaranteed basic income programs to make sure that residents don't face the same level of hardship that they had to face during the pandemic. The latest city to join the list is Alameda, California, which has approved a guaranteed basic income program to send $1,000 monthly stimulus checks from Alameda. Eligible recipients will get monthly checks for 24 months. So for 2 years, you can get $1,000. Last week, the Alameda City Council approved the Guaranteed Basic Income Program in a 3-2 vote. The program will target those most in need. Recipients will be free to spend the money on whatever they like. Under the program, 150 recipients will get $1,000 monthly stimulus checks from Alameda for 24 months. Sending the monthly stimulus checks will cost the city about $4.6 million. The city will use the funds that it got from the American Rescue Plan Act to send the monthly stimulus checks from Alameda. Alameda got $28.68 million from the American Rescue Plan Act in 2021. So as I mentioned, this is from the American Rescue Plan Act. States, cities, and counties are now, even over a year later, finally taking the money, passing their own packages and their own checks. I'll be sure to keep you up to date as more rolls out. Now, the authorities estimate that about 11,000 households could qualify for the stimulus checks. Thus, over the next several months, the city staff will decide on how the households and income levels for this program will be targeted to 150 participants. In Alameda, a family making less than $106,000 annually or an individual making less than $74,200 is considered to be low income. Also, the authorities will decide on the partners for the city that they're going to be collaborating with for this new program. So Alameda, new $1,000 checks for 2 years. It has been approved, passed, and it's going to be on the way. As more information rolls out, I will keep you up to date. Now also, take a look at this. 5 days left to apply for those $1,000 payments. I shared this with you yesterday, but just a reminder, you guys, some Americans are going to be able to apply for one-time stimulus payments of $1,000, but they're running out of time with only 5 days remaining. So make sure that you jump on this. If approved, they may see the stimulus aid as early as this summer without filing an income tax return. The income tax rebates and stimulus, this is going to be it for New Mexico. Now, married couples and single parents with dependents can collect stimulus payments worth $1,000. Single filers with no dependents can receive $500. Low-income seniors and individuals with disabilities can claim the stimulus payments as well. This is for all non-filers as well, so you can get this benefit as well in New Mexico. There is $20 million available for non-filers to claim on the first-come, first-served basis. So RamFam, if you are eligible, if you're watching this in New Mexico, get on this. If you qualify, New Mexico is urging you to apply before the funds are depleted. There is a limited amount of funds. The deadline is 5 p.m. Tuesday, May 31st. If the money runs out, applications may close sooner. The payment date will be July 31st of 2022. That's when you can expect to see this money. And if the non-filer funds run out, residents still have the option of filing a tax return with the state of New Mexico. So a time frame. You've got to get this done in the next 5 days, and I will keep you up to date as more information rolls out. So there you have it, you guys. That is the latest stimulus check updates. And again, as more information comes out on new programs, things that have been passed and approved in the forms of stimulus checks going out to various individuals, I will be sure to report it here on the channel, and I will compile a list to let you know of everything that might be available to you. But with that being said, you guys, once again, as always, thank you so much for joining me. And if you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button for me. Helps out a ton. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, totally free. Come join the Ram fam. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining the second channel, Steve Ram Finance. And with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed day. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.